I'm going to do another remote view, real time with you. So let's get into it. I've already did my prayers, cleansed everything, and spirit is ready to go. So the first up is Mitch McConnell. And then we're going to do Ted Cruz, Lindsey Graham, Matt Gaetz again. And then I'm going to do China versus US and Russia versus US. So, and then of course I'm going to pull a card at the end of each one of them. So here we go. Mitch McConnell. I just see Mitch McConnell taking a whiskey drink in the morning, a whiskey drink at night, or whatever is in his glass with ice. Looks like whiskey to me. I also see him with IVs in his hand. Spirit's telling me that he has he's deficient in vitamins, he's deficient in iron, his body is not producing the right amount of vitamins and nutrients to help him. He's having to get supplements or something of that nature. Okay, let's go political. I see him sitting down in a chair, like in Congress or whatever, in a seat there. And he's like, I'm just done with this. I don't understand what's going on. He has the thing of where I did this for you, I did that for you, I did this for you, I did that for you, and now look at how you treat me. Yeah, he's very frustrated. He knows he needs to separate from Trump. He knows that the whole Republican Party needs to separate from that chaos and that nonsense. Okay, yeah, he's just frustrated. Okay, so let's pull a card. I'm going to just pull from the middle of my cards and see what card he gets. Moving away from turbulence. He's trying to move from turbulence to calm. He knows that he needs to get away from the Trump era, the Trump people, the Trump base. This is what he's considering, but he's also maybe considering leaving Congress at this point in time because his health is not where it should be. So, all right, so let's do Ted Cruz. Right off the bat, they show me Ted Cruz and wife at home fighting. That's their life. Kids are running and hiding, and that's their life. That's their marriage life. Let's see. What else do we see? He's really depressed about something. And he knows it. He knows his depression is getting worse. What are you depressed about? Family, kids, the job. He knows he has no more power in Congress as much as he used to. He doesn't have a platform like he used to. He's really depressed. I don't feel sorry for him either. I'm just saying he's getting to a clinically depressed state, which is odd. So we're going to start seeing evidence of that, like physical evidence of his depression. All right. me pull a card for that and see what's in it for Ted Cruz. Yeah, he bound himself to things that he should not have bound himself to. He is self-imposed, self-destructive, yeah. So this is his card. This explains him perfectly. He's all tied up. He could have gotten out of this. He could have chosen different, but that's not what he did. So all of his actions and all of his decisions, including with his wife, are this. I almost got a feeling, and it just came fleeting, the connection between him and Matt Gaetz, but it didn't like confirm itself, but it came fleeting. Whoosh, that's all it did. Like the connection, maybe he knows about what Matt Gaetz has done or something along that lines. So that was a little weird connection there. Okay, now let's go to Lindsey Graham. He does not take a sober breath at all these days. He is very, very, very into his alcoholism. He's a maintenance drinker, is what they just told me. Like he has a little sips throughout the whole day just to maintain his feeling, and that's the reason why he's able to function the way he does. But his alcoholism has gone to daily maintenance drinking. He goes into delusional scenarios in his mind. He's if this would have worked, we could have done this. If this would have worked, we could have done that. He's really living in the past, and he's suffering pretty bad about that. Let's see, what are you going to do in Congress? He too feels powerless in Congress. He too feels like his job, his career, everything is for naught. He understands, and he probably foresees the most, that the Republicans are self-destructing themselves. But he still admires Trump for all of the attention he gets. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Let's pull a card. Sorry if you hear my grandson playing in the background. It is what it is. All right. Lindsey Graham and his card. Lustful, of interest, charming, creative, a new travel homework. Yeah, if you're a young man, this is him, the Knight of Wands. He gets into all kinds of messes. He puts his nose into where he's not supposed to be. This is what the feel of this card is for him. He imposes himself on a lot of things. Okay. So let's do Matt Gaetz again. Let's check in on Matt Gaetz and see what's going on with him and his legal problems. Ooh. Everybody around him is getting the wrath of Matt Gaetz. Anybody that's close to him, rah! He's like mad at everything and everyone around him. Everybody is getting the wrath. He's very touchy. He's exploding. Even I just saw his girlfriend go, like, I'm done. I'm through. She's trying to figure out how to get out. She doesn't know how right now, but she's really trying to figure out how to get out of all of this mess. She knows stuff. She knows it's true. He's sitting down with his lawyers. I see him sitting down with his lawyers. The lawyers are saying that's not going to work, that's not going to work, that's not going to work. And he's getting really angry. Like, I don't care what you do, just don't let me go to jail. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you play it. I don't care what lie you tell. Just get me out of this. Just get me out of this. This is him talking to his lawyers. And his lawyers are like, well, you got to give us something to hold on to. Matt Gaetz is really in trouble. And he's very frustrated about it. All right. All right, so let's see what card he gets. Justice. I can't make this stuff up, people. Justice. He gets justice. He gets the justice card where law and order comes into play, balancing and accountability. He gets accountability. All right, Mr. Hazmat Gaetz. Okay, China versus U.S. Let me see if I can get into that. Let's see if I can get into China versus U.S. Let me see what I see. I see a great big, huge mountain. And I see China on this other side just creeping up the mountain. Creeping up this mountain. I'm trying to get them to the top. Creeping up the mountain. But when they get to the top, they look over into what is over the cliff or whatever. And it's like red hot lava. There's no passing. There's no way getting through. They have to retreat. Which, metaphorically, I think this is, they're trying to get into the United States, and they get there, and they realize that it's impassable. That there is a lot of barriers. Hot lava is a game stopper for them. And that's what the United States is pushing back with them. Well, that's good. Let me see if they're trying another way. So what their idea is that they can't go over top, they're going to start digging underneath. How far does that go? It's too hard. Too hard. Like they hit barrier after barrier after barrier going underneath. All right. Well, that's good news. Okay. Let me see what the card is for China and the U.S. The end. Like I said, I can't make up this stuff. The end. They're not going to go any farther than what they have already have. It's the end. So Biden and the administration and the United States is going to handle it and get them to stop. The end. Whew. Good. All right. Now let's go into Russia and the United States. Let me mix up my cards a little. Make sure that I have a mixture. All right. I automatically, when I said Russia and the United States, my stomach turned. And I got a little like nauseous feeling. So let's see what that's about. Putin is like, oh, oh. Now what do I do? I can't believe this. Very frustrated. Biden knows what he's doing. Biden knows the history. That's what Putin is thinking. Biden knows what he's doing. Biden knows the history. He knows everything. He knows the tricks. He knows everything. He's mad. Putin also is turning around to his home country, and he's feeling the encroachment of people not wanting him there. He's feeling this. He's feeling the pressure of him not being in charge anymore. He's feeling it. Because he looks to over here at all the diplomatic stuff, and then he's upset about the United States, but then he turns around and he looks back at his own country and he sees like a dark cloud coming his way. That tells me that he's feeling the pressure of his own country. He doesn't trust anybody. He's having a really hard time with anybody around him. He literally does not trust anybody around him. He's really in high stress. It's almost like he looks at everybody as an enemy at this point in time, and he doesn't know who to trust. He's having a lot of problems. All right, let's see what the cards say about that. Let's shake it up just one more time. See what this is. See what... The Seven of Pentacles, the results from past efforts. The results from past efforts. You know, he did all he can do, but he can't. You see all of the stuff that he worked on, but all he's got left was one thing. All of his past efforts are for naught. So, all right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Happy Sunday, and bye.